Hi guys, it's me Glamorous Girl 1111 bringing you another tutorial. Today I filmed a purpley pink sort of tutorial inspired by my darker red hair. I love having my hair this color. It's a little darker than my last video and it's a little more purple toned, so I thought I would film one of my favorite looks for you. I don't usually wear these together, but I think it fits, and I just thought I would do one of my more favorite looks. Really good for blue eyes and green eyes. It will bring out both those colors because I was using purples and pinks. In this tutorial, I did use the brand new Maybelline Dream Wonder Fluid Touch Foundation. I really enjoyed it. If you want me to do a review on it, I will. There are a few pros and cons, but I might do a review anyways, and if so, I will link that here if I do one. What inspired this tutorial was this Master Drama Chromatics Mighty Magenta eyeliner. This is super beautiful, super creamy and pigmented, and it was a pleasure to use it. I love doing pink on the eyes, so finding something in the drugstore that allowed me to do that was really wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. First, I'm starting off with the Smashbox PhotoFinish Primer in Original, just putting that all over my face, just trying to use this up. It does make my skin feel nice and soft. And then I'm going in with the Dream Wonder Fluid Touch Foundation by Maybelline. I love this foundation. I've been using it for the past week. Make sure you go check out my review of it if you have any questions about it. So I'm kind of going to speed through this, but I'm just applying that with my hands because this is my first time using it. So I was curious as to how it would go, so I just used my hands. And now I'm going to go in with a little bit more on my beauty blender, just adding it where I need it and smoothing over everything. And then I'm going to apply this MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC20 just to the spots where I get really red at the bottom of my face, right there, and blend that out with my beauty blender. And then I'm going to go in with a second layer just on my cheekbones, the very tops of my cheekbones. The foundation kind of rubbed off, but I think that was my fault. Then I'm going in with concealer. I'm going to be using the Revlon Dark Spot Age Defying Targeted Treatment Concealer. I don't know, it has a really long name. And I'm going to put that down the bridge of my nose, the center of my forehead, my upper lip, and my chin, and then of course underneath my eyes to highlight. And then I'm going in to add extra highlight and brightness with this Lancome pen. It adds a nice pink shimmer, which is kind of noticeable, so I did go over this part in concealer after that. And then I'm powdering everything into place with Ben Nye Cameo Luxury Powder, just my concealer and my eyelids. And then I'm going over the entire face with the MAC Prep+Prime Translucent Powder because it's a very small particle powder, and I'm just powdering the entire face. Next, I'm contouring with Hoola Benefit Bronzer. I'm using the brush that comes with it because I really like it. But I'm just doing my cheekbones as normal, a little bit on my nose, forehead, and chin. Now I'm going in with this NYC blush. I love this brush. I'll leave the name down below, but I just added that to my cheeks. It's a nice cool tone, berry sort of color. And then I'm going in with my MAC Whisper of Gilt Extra Dimension SkinFinish just on the tops of my cheekbones and brow bone throughout the center of my face, making sure to put extra on my Cupid's bow. Then I blended everything out with my original powder brush. Now going for brows, I just brushed them up, and I wanted to go for a more dramatic brow today, so I'm using the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in Auburn. My hair's a little darker, so I'm going to do my brows a little darker, and just filling that in very loosely, and then I'm going to go over that in MAC Texture to add a little bit more red. It was a little too brown. And then the dramatic part is using the Makeup Forever Aqua Brow in 30, and I just really carve out that arch and flick of my brow, elongating the tail as well. I really love this product. It is great for those dramatic brow days, but yet it still looks quite natural. It doesn't look that natural on me because I have a really dark color, but if you get the right color, it's good. And then I'm going over that in the Anastasia Tinted Brow Gel in Auburn, which I don't use often. And then fixing the many mistakes I have, especially on this eye where the tail is a little deformed. And then I'm going over that with that concealer from earlier and a small lip brush just to clean up any mess I made and really carve out those brows. And there we are, done. And then I already went ahead and did one eye, and now I already primed, and I'm going in with MAC Shroom in Blank Type and just placing that underneath the brow bone for highlight. Next, I'm going in with MAC Texture just to add a nice, soft, warm crease color just for a transition. I'm just flicking that out a little bit on the outer corners. And then I'm going in with this beautiful Maybelline Chromatics Magenta liner. and I'm putting that all over the lid as a base. This is what inspired this tutorial. This is from the drugstore and it is perfect. I blended that out with a brush with no product on it, and then I patted this magenta pigment by MAC that I pressed all over on top of that pink, and just putting this on the mobile lid. And then I'm going in with this Bobby Brown color and really adding that right where I put that texture. It's a purpley sort of color, and I'm putting that over the texture and into the crease just to help marry those two colors together. Then I'm going in with this Da Bling eyeshadow by MAC, and I'm putting that just in the inner corner just to brighten it up and add a little pop of pink, even though there's a lot of pop of pink going on in this tutorial. But this really helped brighten it up. And then I'm going in with this Star Violet color and adding that into the crease. This is where having texture down really helps. I did put that purple there, but it didn't do enough, so I went in with this color just to add a little bit more of a bronzy, reddy sort of color. Next, I'm going in with this color called Deep Damson. This is a MAC Pro color, but I love it on a pencil brush, and I'm really carving out that where my eyeliner is going to go, where that flick is, and I'm bringing that into the outer 1/3. And as you can see, I'm just really spending my time to get the flick right and blending that out, of course. And then I'm going in with Deep Damson mixed with this Schmoop or something. I'll list it down below, but it's an Urban Decay eyeshadow, and that's just going to add some nice purple tones right in that outer corner, right where we put that original color. And of course I'm going to blend that out some more, not being very careful to keep it angled because I'm going to go clean that up. And then underneath the lower lash line I did the liner, and I basically repeated the steps I did on the lid, smudged that out, and then I went in with this brush and just smudged it even though it didn't have product on it. Then I added Deep Damson and that Urban Decay color on the lower lash line. Going in with that concealer, I'm just going to sharpen out that wing. This is one of the, I think it's P82 brush by Sigma, just to add a nice sharp edge and fixing the top as well. I'm going back and blending just so I don't have as sharp of a line as I did right there. Then I'm adding this beautiful pigment by MAC, and I'm just putting this iridescent purple color right in the inner corner. We're going to go over it in liner, but still it helps. And then I'm going in with Carbon by MAC. I have it in this holiday packaging, but basically any black eyeshadow and really defining that outer V of the eye. This really helped add some dimension. I felt like all those colors were kind of marrying too well. They're blending away almost. Going in with this Morphe Brushes eyeshadow in 04. I'm just highlighting the inner corner, curling my eyelashes, and then we're going to jump into eyeliner. I'm using the Physicians Formula Eye Booster Liner just to add a very thin line and flick it out on the end. Just make sure that both eyes match in this step and make sure it doesn't get too thick and out of hand, and really just make it sharp. We want to go for a very geometric, sharp look with this liner. I just took my time to really make sure they're really sharp and defined, because normally when I mess up my eyeliner I end up making them both thicker so that they match, but they're way thicker than I originally intended them to be. And since we really took our time applying this eyeshadow, we really don't want to mess that up. I love how you can see texture popping out in that outer 1/3 as well. Blending colors matter. Now I'm taking this wonderful Lancome art liner in the color Pink Luxe. This came out with a summer collection probably in 2012 summer, 2013, and this is a beautiful art liner. And then I went back with the black just to make sure both colors were equal and there was no overlapping of the pink onto the black to keep our sharp lines. I put on a layer of L'Oreal's Lash Out Butterfly Mascara. This is my favorite mascara right now, and I took my time building up coats, and then I added that pink art liner in the inner corner. I did try to apply some false eyelashes, and it really just was too much. So here's the finished eye look. Then I went over my lips with a baby wipe just to get most of the foundation off. And then I lined my lips with this NYX lip liner in Prune, which is not a very cute color. It's actually more of a wine color. And I just used that to line my lips and then fill them in, making sure to be very sharp and precise with this to match the rest of the makeup look. And then I topped that off with this new product by Revlon, the Color Stay Moisture Stain in the color Parisian Passion. And I just place this over the lips. I love this product. It's very similar to the YSL Glossy Stains, but a little bit lighter, a little bit less pigmented, but feels very nice on the lips. And I just, putting it over this prune wine colored lip liner just gave it more of a purpley tone. I decided I didn't have enough blush on after making some cheesy out of focus smiles. What am I doing? And then I added some blush, but I used MAC's Well Dressed and then Pink Shimmer Pool by Lancome and another one by Lancome. Again, everything's listed down below just because I felt the cheeks were a little ignored. And here I am, done.